So most people that follow our channel or any of our social media platforms know us as Rebuild the Block of what we are today. But most people don't know that as of December 27th, 2023, we will have been in business for 10 years. And so this is our 10-year anniversary. And I couldn't even begin to describe the different instances that have shaped and grown our business over the last 10 years. But what I do know is that I have so much to be grateful for those that have touched our business and touched my life personally as I've developed and grown this company over the last decade. And so we wanted to give a shout out for the 10 top things that we are most grateful for or that we recognize over the course of the last 10 years. Let's get to it. So the first item that I'm most grateful for at Rebuild the Block is our very first flip in downtown Mesa. This was an excruciatingly difficult process to figure out how to be able to get the capital that we needed to be able to purchase that first home, and then to actually capitalize on the industry as a whole and figure out how to get the appropriate trade partners on site. I'm so grateful for that opportunity and the challenges that it presented. It was definitely a lot more than what we had anticipated when we thought about starting a side hustle, which was flipping homes here in the Phoenix and at that time the Mesa market. I couldn't even tell you the amount of people that we were able to network with that made that first flip become a reality. But I will say that there were so many mistakes and learning curves that it took to get this house that we essentially purchased sight unseen to completion. And we are so grateful for those that entrusted us to be able to purchase this house that was renovated in the historic district in downtown Mesa. Little did I know how much that would shape what it is that we were trying to accomplish in the near future. Number two definitely has to be, I'm grateful for the business challenges that we had early on within our business. At the time, I had a business partner that was in the trenches with me day in and day out, and I couldn't be more grateful for the grit and determination that we collectively had that allowed us to solve many of the problems or issues that we ran into. One that is most relevant to me is our second flip, which happened to be in the Willow Historic District, which was the first place that I was able to call home when I actually moved to Arizona here with my family. This flip had a multitude of challenges. We had to deal with permitting and the Historic Society. We had to worry about getting red tagged, and it's definitely a longer story for a different day. But looking back, I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity to be able to transform a few homes within the historic districts downtown, and for the grit and character that it provided for us moving forward with our company. I honestly believe that if we didn't deal with these challenges early on, that we might not have the fortitude to make a difference that we've made over the last 10 years. So the third item I'm most grateful for has to be our competitors. And the reason for this is it's what actually got us in to the home building industry versus flipping homes. We didn't really like putting a lipstick on a pig type mentality, and to be honest, we weren't making much money flipping homes. But it was the inspiration that we had from companies that had already started to establish themselves in the Arcadia and Scottsdale markets, such as Rafter House and Two Hawks, that allowed us to be able to create our vision for better building. We definitely wanted to focus on the luxury space, and we're excited to be able to have an opportunity to be able to build our very first house off of 44th Street and Earl in Arcadia Light, which was the segue that allowed us to be able to pursue a general contracting license to be able to build new homes and new developments within the community. We're so grateful for that opportunity, and for those that were on our team early on that were able to capture the vision of what we might be able to create in the future. This leads me to the fourth thing that I'm most grateful for, and this has to be the lenders that we've been able to partner with over the course of the last decade. It was during that ground up construction project on 44th and Earl that we actually met a close friend of ours, Bill George, who asked us to reach out to Scott Gold, who has been instrumental as a lender that we've utilized for years that have allowed us to be able to achieve the success that we've had as a company. I'd be remiss if I only mention Scott, as there's other lenders that have provided us the capacity to be able to build these amazing homes for our clients to purchase. We literally wouldn't be able to build the amazing spec homes that we have within our portfolio without the trust and support and financial backing that's provided with our lender base. My fifth most grateful are private investors that helped us to be able to increase the capacity of homes in which we were building within the area. This investor base typically includes mostly family and friends that have seen what it is that we've accomplished as a company and have put their trust as well as the money in their wallets towards amazing projects that have allowed us to produce and provide more development opportunities and great builds within our marketplace that have allowed us to be able to build a better quality product that our clients will enjoy for years to come. The sixth thing that I'm most grateful for over the last decade has to be our clientele as we started to branch out and build custom homes. We're also grateful for every client that walks through one of our open houses and decides that they want to purchase something of quality here within the Phoenix market. The seventh most important thing that I'm grateful for over the course of the last 10 years has to be the relationships that we've established with our trade and design partners. We literally couldn't build these amazing homes and structures without an amazing trade base that takes pride in what they do, whether that be at foundation, framing, or finishing. So number 8 has to be the impact of great mentors within my life. This has helped me both professionally and personally, and the impact that it's had to rebuild the block, I'm eternally grateful for. People like my dad, who was a residential general contractor in California, as well as investor that's been there since day one of my journey. But other business owners and entrepreneurs, such as the companies that I worked for in the past that were ran by one of the people that I would consider a great mentor, Brad Brown, which had nothing to do with the building industry, really allowed me to see the grit that it would take to be able to build a company. In addition to these two, I'd like to give a shout out to Bob Stevens, which I spent countless hours at his house talking about how to run an efficient business, and our hearts and prayers go out to him as he's been struggling with cancer over the last couple years. I recently met up with him and he was able to share a book that I've yet to read that I hope will bring impact for us in years to come. Other mentors that are worth mentioning are one of our key lenders, Scott Gold, who has always had faith that we would be able to get our projects done and has helped to accelerate the trajectory that we have as a company, making sure that our projects are funded, but more importantly, being a true partner and, dare I say, cheerleader for us over the years, as he's shown up on countless projects, taking an actual interest in what it is that we're doing as a builder that's improving the community. As we get close to rounding out the last two, number 9 has to be the Rebuild the Block team. Now, this includes employees of the past and employees of the present, as each of them has been an instrumental part of our growth as a company and the product that we're producing day in and day out. These special individuals help not only to get our projects moving in the right direction, but they also help with my personal sanity and be able to distribute the workload that allows us to be able to provide a better level of service for our clients by capturing the vision that we're trying to create here as a company. Our current team, which consists of Ryan, Eric, Rhonda, Aurora, Rachel, Paul, that have trust and belief in what it is that we're doing as a team and are able to consistently collaborate with one another to solve problems and create solutions to be able to continue to progress our company forward to be here for decades to come. As we round out number 10, there's so many other things that I'm grateful for within our business, but none is more important than the impact that Rachel and my kids have had on our business. The support that I've had since day one, when we were sitting in our 2-bedroom condo discussing what my plans were for the future of our family and how I might be able to support them, was to start a business flipping homes in Arizona. I know that most people thought that I was crazy and that most spouses would also think that their husband was crazy for doing this. But I had a plan in place and I had a vision to be able to accomplish the goals that I had to be able to provide and support my family. But none of this would be possible without having someone by my side that would allow us to be able to continue to grow the business forward regardless of the bumps and bruises that would accompany me over the next decade. I'm so grateful for the patience that she's had with me. As some people refer to me as somewhat of a workaholic, I've been able to understand how important balance is, and that wouldn't be achievable without someone taking care of so many things behind the scenes, whether that be business endeavors or personal endeavors. Rebuild the Block wouldn't be the company that it is today without someone crazy enough to be able to see the vision of our company and how that might impact the lives of others and the communities in which we focus on building amazing custom homes for. I can't wait to see what the next 10 years will bring Rebuild the Block. And for those that have been instrumental in the success of our company, we are so grateful for all the things that we've been able to accomplish in the first decade of our existence as Rebuild the Block, and we're just getting started. So continue to follow along as we continue our journey through the next decade and hopefully more decades to come. So as always, have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed the holidays and the new year with family and friends. Let's get to it.